Hi everyone and welcome back. I have invited Rotten Rebel.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we went to the tropics.
Oh yes, we did.
And had a wonderful time.
Yes.
And I had a goal to only bring 3 fragrances.
You failed.
I failed big time.
You did.
Yeah, I brought 10.
Yeah.
So my baggage was really heavy.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
But it was a lot lighter when we went home because
it was.
I actually ended we actually ended some of the bottles I brought.
And let me just, sorry for interrupting you. I'm really impressed with her usage of fragrance during those 3 weeks. She really emptied bottles, but I did help a bit.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a lot actually.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So we are going to go through which kind of fragrances I brought and what we thought of them. And
Yes.
which fragrances that I actually should have left at home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
because
one.
there was some of them that I really shouldn't have brought to this trip because it just wasn't suitable.
But overall, I gotta say, you picked some amazing ones, and
Yeah,
I
I
really
did.
enjoyed using some of them.
Yeah, and I actually did ask you guys about which fragrances I should bring on this trip. And you gave me some extremely good advices or recommendations. And I brought some of them on the trip. So
Nice.
let's start out with the first one.
Yes.
And we are actually starting out with a boomer.
Okay.
Yeah, and a boomer is the kind of fragrance that you bring to a trip and it gives you 5 sprays and then the bottle is empty.
Oh, that's a boomer. Okay.
That
I
is
was
a boomer.
I was wondering what what's going on.
So that was MOSCHINO Gold Fresh. This is a fruity and woody, wonderful fragrance that would have been perfect in the tropics. But I only got 5 sprays and then it was empty.
Yeah, and this is exactly what happened. I went to your sort of a fragrance box, which she actually had the box with her with
Yeah, I
fragrances
did.
in it. And I picked this one up and I was like, hey, I forgot how this one smells like. And I tried to squeeze out some juice. And max 5 small sprays. I pretty much emptied the last of it. And it feels like it's a really nice scent, but I couldn't actually accurately judge it based on the small amount of juice I got.
No, but this one is an incredibly beautiful woody and fruity fragrance. I always get compliments with it. So I'm guessing if I did have more in the bottle when we left, you would have complimented me like crazy for this.
So lesson learned, never, ever, 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 and I can't believe I need to say this, bring an almost empty bottle with you when you're going on vacation. No.
And never ever make bottles that are not see-through.
Yeah.
Because how are you supposed to know? And next one is one that I have always liked this one, but I haven't used it so much because I think I have thought it was a little bit too light and didn't stay on my skin here where we live. But I brought this and we almost emptied the bottle. And it is pure musk from Narciso Rodriguez. And this is a light floral musk that just smells incredible on both you and me.
Yeah, I believe I got some compliments from you, and not only you, but also from some of the locals, which apparently love this one as well. I really enjoy it, but I gotta say, out of all of these that you brought with you, it's not like my most favorite one.
No.
It's perfect, but what I did was actually use it as a layering sort of foundation. So I sprayed some of this on and then layered something else on top.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that you did compliment me when I had this on a few times, but I think I complimented you more when you had it on. So if you are a guy and you want something sexy floral, please try Pure Musk from Narciso Rodriguez. And the next one is a bottle that I brought because I had pretty much juice in the bottle and I did buy it when there was like a 50% discount. So I was like, okay, I can use up this without losing lots of money. And that is Victoria's Secret Tease Dreamer.
Yeah, I really enjoy this one.
And this one has coconut and it smells like sun and vacation and tropics. It's just a beautiful one. The thing that surprised me though was that it actually did stay on my skin better here where we live, where there's often cold weather, than it did in the really hot weather. And that is too bad because this is how you want to smell when you are in the tropics.
I have a bottle of this as well. I have not used it that much though, but I absolutely love the scent. But like you said, this one seemed to not sort of thrive in the super warm weather. It feels like it disappears way too quickly when it's really, really warm.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But I'm gonna say this, if you can find this cheap, and if you live in a country that maybe is not the sort of warmest one, like most parts of Europe, maybe Canada or something like that, make sure you try this one out, because I think this is like summer in a bottle. It was super cheap, at least when I bought it. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
It's so good, and I actually, almost every time I have this on where we live, I get compliments. People really enjoy this.
Nice.
And one that we actually opened up on a fragrance haul on your channel is MONTBLANC Signature. And I wasn't so impressed when I smelled this the first time, but then it grew on me. And when I had it on this trip, I fell in love with it. It's a creamy, musky citrus fragrance that smells incredible in the warm weather.
Yes,
and especially for, I was about to say nighttime activities, but I don't mean that. I mean like when we were going out to dinner. It was the perfect one to put on.
Yeah, I think this one really developed in a beautiful way in the heat.
Yes.
I use it quite a bit, and you use it as well. Yeah. And the way I use it mostly was sort of like I use pure musk for her as part of a layering combination. Yeah. But it's really nice on its own as well.
It is.
This one was a really good choice to bring on the vacation.
Yeah. And next up is one that I absolutely love the scent of. But it doesn't stay on my skin when it's so warm outside. And that is Atelier Cologne's POMELO Paradis.
It's so good.
This smells so wonderful, and it makes me so sad that it doesn't stay on my skin.
Yeah.
It's like the most beautiful, sweet citrus fragrance. Yeah. That's just amazing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this one to me is really sort of intoxicating. It's super fresh, and it makes me feel, it doesn't matter like where I am, if it's super hot and I'm like almost melting and I'm super sweaty, it manages to make me feel fresh.
Yes.
In an amazing way.
Yeah.
Almost like intoxicating, but probably less than 5 minutes after I spray it on, I can't feel it.
No.
And it's rare for me to get a compliment with almost anyone from Atelier Cologne.
Yeah, and I'm curious if you have tried any Atelier Cologne fragrances, if you had the same experience as we do, that they do not stay on your skin for so long.
Comment and let us know.
Yeah. And one that always performs like a beast, no matter which kind of climate you are in. This always performs, and it makes you smell so amazing.
Yes.
And that is Rouge Trafalgar from Dior. I'm so happy that I brought this one. And I actually did not bring my big bottle, and there is not so much left. I just brought a small 10 milliliter or 7.5 milliliter bottle, and every time I put that on, I just felt amazing. And of course you gave me compliments, and I don't think there was anyone who didn't love how I smelled. Yeah,
this is an amazing sort of a fruity berry blend. It smells absolutely fantastic. It's one of my favorites from Dior when it comes to layering.
Yes.
And I was actually, this was the first time I tried it in super humid tropical heat.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised on how amazing it smelled in that climate as well. So this one really works regardless if it's winter, summer in like Europe or something like that, or in the super humid heat. Just love this one. If you have not yet tried it, I mean, you gotta try it.
Yeah, you have to. And now we only have 3 left, and one is one that I should never have brought because it didn't fit in the cold weather, in the warm weather. And 2 are 2 fragrances that I actually emptied. We emptied.
Yeah.
So that was like the most expensive fragrance vacation ever.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is one that I shouldn't have brought, and this is one that I really love. This is Curious from Britney Spears. And you have trashed this, but you also do like it.
I think I like it.
Yeah, you do.
But honestly, this is one of those that I first initially thought I didn't like, and then I ended up liking it. But I can never ever remember how it smells like.
No,
never.
This is a beautiful white floral one with that has a hint of a sweetness, but not too much.
Okay.
I put this on one time when we were away, and I regretted it because it it didn't smell good in the warm weather. So I should actually have left this at home.
And I have nothing to add because I can barely remember that you even sprayed it on. I never tried it myself, so
no. And actually, I think I sprayed it on, and then I was like, no, this doesn't smell good, and I just put something else over it. So
apparently, we or you did not enjoy using this in the tropics.
No. And now we are at the 2 final ones, and these are the 2 that both you and I actually enjoyed the most.
Yes.
And we emptied both.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
these
impressed
bottles.
of our capabilities to empty fragrance bottles.
Yeah, we are
really
quite
good.
like we would win the Olympics.
But I mean, what did you expect? Two chronic oversprayers.
Yeah.
We were bound to empty something.
2 chronic oversprayers and 2 fantastic fragrances.
Yes.
And actually one of these were one that you guys recommended me. But we're going to start with the other one, and that is Angel Iced Star from Mugler. This smells like summer. It has pineapple and coconut and melon. And what I think is so amazing with this is that it opens up with the coconut and the fruity side, the tropical fruity side. And then when it dries down, you still have that fruity mix, but it becomes something deeper, darker, and sexier. So I remember a couple of nights when you had sprayed this on, and then we went outside and I was walking behind you because there was like people were driving like crazy and we were trying not to be driven over. So I was walking behind you and I was like, wow, what is he wearing? That is something deep, dark, and sexy, but still fruity.
Yeah.
And it was this one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed using this one myself. You loved it on me, and I thought it smelled amazing when you had it on. And this one actually got me compliments from some of the locals as well, and some of the other sort of tourists there. I really enjoyed this one, and the way it developed during heat was amazing.
Yes.
Love it. Fruity, tropical, perfect for the tropics.
Yeah, and
just show them it's almost empty.
Yeah, it's almost empty. And as I said, you had it on a couple of nights and smelled amazing. But this was actually the fragrance that I loved to put on in the morning. This is a perfect fragrance to start your day off when you are in a hot weather or hot climate.
You need to buy a new bottle. I'm just saying.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Can we make a new rule?
What?
The one who empties the bottle buys a new one.
So how do we know who emptied it?
No, it was you.
Whoa, okay. Apparently it was me. Yeah.
And the last one is one that I just absolutely fell in love with. I loved it from the first sniff. I didn't even go online to try and find it at a good price. I just went into the store, tried it, and just didn't care what it cost because I knew that I had to get this and bring it on the trip. And that is Alien Goddess from Mugler.
So good.
Oh my God. And it is almost completely empty. And this was, I mean, I bought it just the days before we left. And this is the most creamy, coconutty, suntan, oily, but beautiful and elegant fragrance.
Yeah.
And I loved putting this on when we were going out for dinners.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Yeah, this is another one that I personally loved putting on. But oh my God, when you had it on and I got a whiff of that scent trail.
Yeah.
So good.
It is.
I just love this one. I really do.
And I do love that the 2 fragrances that we actually loved the most and that performed the best in the hot weather was 2 from Mugler.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Both of these are amazing. And what can we say? I mean, we both enjoyed using them. So regardless if you're a man or a woman, please do try it on. And don't be afraid of bringing these on your sort of beach vacation or to that pool party or when you are going to like the tropics like we did. So good.
So I want to know if any of you have emptied a fragrance bottle during a vacation. And I do want to say, please bring your fragrances to your vacation. Yes, they go away quickly when you go into the pool or into the office.
Who goes to the office? Yeah.
On a vacation.
No.
No, when you go into the pool or you go into the ocean to swim, yes, they go away, but you can reapply them. And there is a beautiful thing about smelling good and feeling good about yourself, even when you are in hot weather and just running around in your bikini and being like sweaty and stuff. It's wonderful.
So yeah, if you have emptied a fragrance bottle during your vacation, please put a comment which fragrance it was. We would love to know.
And you know what to do. You should like this video. You should head on over to Rotten Rebel. There's a link in the description. Please subscribe to us both and we will see you next time.
Yes.
Bye.